And without any more demeanor, let's introduce the second performer, Bella.
Woohoo!
Hello, new UW freshmen and others. I'm so excited to briefly glimpse at all of your squares in the Zoom window before going back to fixate on my own face, just like you'll be able to do for the next 3 months. Now, I want to help you guys out with this upcoming school year. I'm a big believer that it's hardest to do something the first time and it gets easier after that. So I want to take the honor of giving you guys your first quiz. Now don't worry, it's pretty low stakes. You only need a 90% to still have a chance of getting into computer science. So relax, take a breath, and let's have some fun with it. Question 1, what's the hardest part of freshman year? Is it A, trying to use UW's roommate speed dating app to find someone fun and reasonable? B, needing to find a new roommate 3 separate times after being dumped for a sorority house, another person, and a different whole-ass college? C, talking to your random assignment roommate 2 days before move-in and being rated an 8 out of 10 as a person because you seem fine, but who really knows? Or is it D, listening to that same roommate screaming at League of Legends until 2 a.m. and not stopping for the next 3 days? Question 2, how do you work out common problems with roommates? Do you A, wait to bring up your issues with the late night gaming and lack of bathing because surely she's just adjusting to college? Do you B, wait for her to be kicked out instead of switching rooms because she went to a class a grand total of 5 times autumn quarter, and surely this Division I research university wouldn't allow that behavior to continue? Do you C, wait to ask if she remembered when she last showered, because surely if you can smell her Diet Coke and chicken finger sweat from across the room, she can smell it too. She did not remember when she last showered. Or D, you just wait to move out at the end of the quarter, because surely it would be more trouble than it's worth to bring up anything at this point. Question 3, what's the biggest red flag in a roommate relationship? A, she lays in bed all day and plays loud rounds of Dead by Daylight all through the night. When she isn't asleep in that bed, she's silently staring at your back, breathing heavily and blinking rarely. B, she sheds thick black hairs all over the carpet. She doesn't seem to notice, but the hair is girthy enough that it gets tangled around your ankles and between your toes. B, she tells your RA that she doesn't look like her name and tries to give the RA your name instead. She does this multiple times, some to your face and some behind your back. Or D, she jolts out of bed one day only to stand up and stare directly at the corner of the room. She stays there, back towards you, shoulders tensed and panting for 10 minutes, then lays back down. She never tells you why she Blair Witched you, and you never ask.
Okay.
Question 4, what would break you? When she starts playing Cookie Clicker and decides that the pro gamer strat is to arrhythmically and constantly click her mouse for multiple hours a day, every day, for 3 weeks. The clicking is so loud that you can hear it over your headphones and haunting your dreams. B, when she sings along to nightcore music late at night, not loudly, but just loud enough to sound exactly like a ghost, whispering anime nonsense directly into your ears. B, when she spills an entire cherry Coke into the back of the fridge and forgets to clean it, attracting a flotilla of ants into every nook and cranny of your 5th floor dorm room. Or D, when she meows at her boyfriend, who has the spirit of like a 6'7" log of meatloaf mixed with junk mail, who you knew in high school and he was a dick then too, despite her coming from Boston. They don't make eye contact the entire time, and he only responds with grunts and growls. Now don't worry about me. I'm in a much better living situation now. I have my own room and a 3-person queer art commune in the suburbs. We bake bread, we watch Jane Austen movies, we co-parent garden boxes. It's gay as all get out, and I couldn't be happier. Now, learn from my mistakes. When you're dealing with roommate problems, you have 2 options: communication, honesty, clarity and compromise. Or if you want to torpedo any future positive relationship, mental anguish and asserting dominance. Did these strategies help me live with Emily? Did they make living with Emily easier? And that's her real name, because I don't care about her. No. But they did provide me with a release valve so I could deal with all the powerlessness that her presence made me feel. So I could deal with all the powerlessness her presence made me feel. And so I could get a little bit back at her for keeping me up all night with epic gamer howling and haunted house whispers. Now, here's a list of what I did and what you can do too to assert yourself as the dominant roommate. 1, take as long a shower as you want. Hell, take a longer shower than you want. I used to go into the bathroom, turn on the tap, and plant myself on the floor with my phone and my phone charger for 3 hours, just so she couldn't use the bathroom. I wanted her to either walk down the stairs or get a UTI. This is where I got to. 3, own the audio space. Play the music that you really enjoy but would never admit to a stranger or perhaps 141 strangers. I'm talking about the chiptune music that feels like a panic attack. I'm talking about the musical theater songs that make no sense out of context but are extremely horny. Own the space. If she can keep me up all night with screaming at 14-year-olds through a headset, I can ruin her day by blasting the Danny Phantom Fiend Trap remix 24 hours. Finally, and this one's pretty simple, learn what temperature preference they have and use it against them. I like working in the cold, so I kept my fan running and the window open 24/7 about every single quarter. I like working in the cold because A, it helps me focus, B, I like the white noise of the fan, and C, I hated her guts. Remember, it's important to experiment, physical torture, mental aggression, bespoke tortures against this roommate. And remember, it's important to win where you can and have fun doing it. Night!
That was beautiful.